Cocktails. Today we're going to be making a Moscow Mule variation with gin and basil instead of vodka and mint. So what we're going to do is a basic combination. We're going to do 1 ounce of simple syrup, 1 ounce of lime, 2 ounces of our Plymouth Gin. We're going to give that a good shake. Pour that into our copper mug and top it off with our ginger beer. It's a pretty easy cocktail to make, really popular at bars, and I think that gin and basil gives it a pleasant change of taste from your standard mule while still having a lot of the same characteristics. So let's go ahead and get started making it. So our first step is our simple syrup. Today we're going to use 1 ounce of a basic 1-to-1 simple syrup. Next, we'll cut up our lime. We're going for 1 ounce of lime juice. Now, as you can see, that can get quite messy. Okay, today's lime had a lot of juice. We got the 1 ounce just from the one side. Like most other cocktails with lime, I really do like to throw the smushed lime into the cocktail shaker to express any extra bit of oils from the outside of it and give it a bigger and better taste. Now we're going to take a couple pieces of our basil and we're going to put that into our shaker as well after giving it a nice little slap. Finally, we're going to take our gin. Today we're using Plymouth Gin. Plymouth Gin is a great standard gin to keep on hand. It's got a great blend of botanicals and it's very citrus forward, which I think goes well with a lot of these types of cocktails like mules or martinis. Really all gin cocktails I think benefit from Plymouth. Okay, so we've got all of our stuff in our shaker. Let's go ahead and throw some ice in there. Since I'm using such a small shaker, I don't need a lot of ice, so I'm going to use 1 big chunk of ice and that's it. We're going to seal that up. Give it a good shake. One of my favorite things about this little Japanese cocktail shaker is that it really fits in the one hand really well for me. And it's really easy to shake up, and I feel like it gets drinks cold really quick, so I don't have to shake them nearly as long. But let's go ahead and give it the good shake. You can already feel it getting very cold on the outside of the tin. My 1 big piece of ice there is really expressing those oils from my lime, as well as getting some of the basil into the mixture. I think that's good enough. Now what we'll do is we'll go ahead and pour that into our Moscow Mule cup. So here's our nice copper mug, which everyone uses for the mule, so we're going to do it too. We're going to add a nice big chunk of ice to that. Open up our shaker. Let's go ahead and pour that in. So I know it's a little harder because I can't show you the amount, but it's about half full. The drink comes to about here. So now we're going to take our ginger beer and we're going to top it up. I really like the taste of ginger beer, so I think I put about 5 ounces of ginger beer in there. Take our little extra basil here. That's a nice garnish. And there we go. There is our gin Moscow Mule with basil. Well, we've got our cocktail. Let's go ahead and give it a nice try. So off the top, just from the scent, you get a lot of basil smell with a hint of lime hidden in the background. And using so much basil as a garnish obviously is going to have that effect, but let's go ahead and give it a try. Yeah, this is great. I really feel like the ginger beer and the gin combined well. There's a lot of extra flavors going on that you wouldn't get with vodka because vodka is such a clean, pure. Vodka doesn't have as much going on as gin. Obviously, it's not infused with all the botanicals, but the gin really brings out the basil, the lime, and the ginger beer come together. You can taste them all separately, but all together as well. And on a nice summer day, this tastes pretty good. Well, that's our episode for today, the Moscow Gin Mule. If you liked the episode, please consider liking and subscribing. If you have an idea for a future cocktail you want to see made, please leave me a comment below. I'm also on Instagram at Lenfant Cocktail Lab. I'll have a recipe for this cocktail below in the description, as well as a link to our Instagram account. You can reach me on YouTube or Instagram if you have an idea for a cocktail you'd like to see made. Cheers, have a good afternoon.